The Painting with Magic Show with Brandon Thomas is brought to you by BrandonThomasArtSupply.com, home of the Brandon Thomas product line, and by the Brandon Thomas Instructor Team. Go to BrandonThomasArt.com to find an instructor near you.
Hey, it's Brandon T here with the Painting with Magic Show, and welcome back to the show. Today I got a little 16x20 canvas up here, covered with my signature Amazing White Medium, and this is oil painting. I get a lot of questions of what paint am I using, and I'm using oil painting. If you see smoke coming out of my mouth, it's because it's cold out here. I got the old heater on, but you know it's still a little cold. So anyway, I got a little 16x20 Amazing White, and the oil colors I'm using will go across the screen for you. And these are Grumbacher's pre-tested oil colors. I get a lot of questions on what paint I use. If you're new and beginner, I got a beginner's one-on-one video on here, absolutely for free. You can watch. It's about an hour or so long. It takes you through the different supplies that I use, and it'll take you through all the different things you're going to need. And at the end, I'll have a nice little painting for you, so you can get started using your oil painting materials you got for Christmas, and get you started. Or if you're watching this any other time before or after Christmas, it'll get you started with whatever paint supplies you have. So right now we're gonna get started. I thought we'd do something we just play around with. Maybe we'll do a barn or something, or who knows. So let's get started with this one. Let's get into it. Let's go into our palette here. Let's get some Prussian blue. Just a little bit of Prussian blue. Not too much. Just a little bit. I'll get on the brush. Now I'm using no dirty brush. I use to clean my... Okay, let's do X strokes all the way across. There we go. And that Amazing White allows me to blend right on the canvas, so I don't have to worry about anything having to mix multiple blues. And this is a light blue right now. And so what I'll do is I'll go down here and grab just a little bit more of the blue. Just a little bit more of the blue. There you can see. I'll just add just a little bit more to the brush. Then I go back up here and I'm going to start on this side and working over to this side. Because I started here. Anytime you reload your brush, you're going to want to go from one corner to the other. Alright, so if I started here, then I reload, I'll come back here, I'll start on this side. That way it evens itself out. Now sometimes you may not want to be even, because as you know, the sky has multiple colors in it going through it. One side will be darker, one will be lighter. Sometimes it's all flat. All flat. Okay. And I think that'll get us going there. I may add just a little bit more blue to it. And I'll start here in the middle. See? Compromising it. Okay. That way it evens it out there. Because I don't want to be too crazy of a sky. Just kind of just a blue background going on. And you see here, you can kind of see the different tones that I have in here, because I didn't really blend it out too much in here. You can kind of see some cloud shapes already kind of forming. Alright. Now I'll take a little bit more blue. And then at the bottom down here, I'm going to just kind of add some down here. Okay, so I just reloaded it and I'm going to add it down here. Flat strokes. If we have water, then we have blue down here ready to go. If we don't, then we already got some shadow color kind of killing the white canvas out. Okay? Alrighty. Okay, let's go ahead and put some clouds in here. So I'm going to take some titanium white. Titanium white. Okay, I'm right back. I'm going to grab us a little bit of Amazing White. Just a little bit of Amazing White. Okay, let's go up here and start doing our clouds. Okay, so we'll start about right in here. And then start working in my cloud shapes. I'm just using little circles, little scrubby circles. I'm not just using little circles like this here. I'll give you an example, like little circles. I'm doing the little circles, but I'm also scrubbing the brush. I'm keeping the brush firmly on this canvas. Okay, firmly on it. Okay, there's a good little cloud. I can just blend with this brush just a little bit. Hey, that's all I'm going to do for the clouds. I want one big nice cloud up here. And the brush, I'm kind of clean off at the bottom here. Then I can come back and I can kind of blend right in here. So if you don't have a lot of brushes, you can use what you have. Okay? When fan brushes were first invented, they were designed for blending. Okay? That's what they were designed to do. And I want these textures in here. These nice little textures. We can show you these little textures here. All these nice little textures that you see here, it's going to really give you some depth and realistic looks to your clouds and your sky. And so I'm going to keep from blending those. So I'm just going to kind of dab here in these little areas down here at the base of it. Just a little bit. So I want those nice little textures to remain in here. Okay? All right, now that we got our little sky going on right now, we're going to go back in here and start working on, we'll start working on either a mountain. Maybe we'll do a mountain today. Yeah, let's do a little mountain. I get a lot of questions on mountains, so let's go ahead and do a little mountain up here. So we'll go down to the palette real quick. We'll mix up a little mountain mixture. Okay, I'm going to use my palette knife. We're going to mix right down here at the bottom. So I'm going to take some black, some Prussian blue, some alizarin crimson, and a little bit of titanium white. And let's mix this together. And I'm not going to mix it too much because I want some nice little stuff going on in there. See that? Nice little color. And then we'll get a nice little roll of paint right on the edge of the old knife. Okay, let's go back up here. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a little mountain up here. Let's start about right in here. And then we'll start making in our last little shapes. Okay, so we start pushing in. You want to push in nice and firm. Nice and firm. To get our nice little mountain. And this is a firm paint, but it's not a dry paint, if that makes sense. You don't really want a dry paint because it's going to make it hard to blend. It really is. So you don't want too firm or too dry of a paint. You want to be a nice little in between. That's what I like anyway. I'm just going to push this into the canvas. Nice little mountain in here. Okay. And I don't have much paint on here, so I'm just going to scrape up some of the extra that's in here. Just so that I don't have all the extra paint on here. I'm just going to wipe off the knife on the paper towel. Okay, now we're going to push this mountain out. We're going to use our 2-inch brush. And I'm not going to go to the top. I'm just going to go right here somewhere in the middle section of the mountain. And kind of dab it around as if I'm loading the brush up on the palette, right? And then I'm just going to kind of take this paint and give it a little pull. Okay. That amazing white is going to help you push this paint around. Wipe off the brush on a paper towel. And then we'll come back and kind of use some X strokes at the base. Okay. Let's go ahead and put some highlights on this mountain. And to do that, we're going to load it into some titanium white. So we're going to take some more titanium white, pull it out flat. There's a little bit of red in there, just from the knife had a little bit of that paint still on it. But that's good. So a nice little roll of paint, and let's go up here and highlight this mountain. So I'm going to say the highlights are on the left side of the mountain today. How about that? So we'll do it this way. Something a little different today. How about that? You can do it however which way. If the right side's easier for you, do it that way. Okay. Whichever which way works the best for you. Yeah, little jabs, little jabs. Let that paint just come off there a little bit at a time. It doesn't have to be a one big swoop. I know whenever I was learning to paint, that was the biggest thing, that I could not get this paint to break, right? Because I was worried about having to do it all one big stroke. And that's not necessary. You don't have to do it that way. You can do little bitty dabs at a time. Okay. And I'll tell you one thing too that helps you may not realize it, is the base coat. Whatever base coat that you're using can change the way your paint comes off that knife. And I'm going to change to a little small part of the knife. And there's that. It's kind of a little bit of a shadow color there, isn't it? Okay. Let's go ahead and mix up a shadow color. And we're going to take some of this blue. Some of this blue. A little bit more blue. This stuff is super strong, so it doesn't take much. Okay, I want it to be a little darker. And today's painting is kind of going to be an intermediate kind of style painting. I don't want to be too crazy. I'm just going to have a little burnt umber there with that, because I got a lot of folks right now just starting out, and I want to be able to help them out here. And if you're someone who's been painting for a little while, this is going to be a great fun little project for you too. Okay, I'm going to take this, I'm going to kind of judge it up here and see if I want that. I think I do. And so I'm going to load this on the back side. So I'm going to take it and let it flat, and I'm going to scrape backwards. Okay, and this will help with the loading on here. Help me to kind of see where I'm going with it. Reloading. Okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty good here. Sometimes I don't know what I'm going to paint. I just kind of start painting. Sometimes I get an idea in my head of what I want to do, and then I just go with that. I'll tell you what though, the support we get though, the support I get from this show and all the folks who's watching this and everything, I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. If you're new to this, please subscribe to the channel. Please like it and share it with your friends. But yeah, please like and subscribe. Share this show with everybody you know. The more viewers and subscribers that we get on here, the more we can do. I know the studio here, we're back in the old studio. So I get a lot of questions on that. Do we still do classes there? I no longer am doing classes at that location that we opened up like a year or so ago. The reason is, when you're looking for a new location, location really wasn't the best, and landlord just was not a cool dude. So anyways, looking for a new location, looked at a few places that I think will be great, because I won't be able to, change the lighting, because the lighting was not that great in that old studio. So I enjoy doing these online things. It gives me more opportunities to do more videos, and this is what I really enjoy doing as well. But I have instructors throughout the United States, Canada. There's folks training. Many folks are training. If you're interested in becoming an instructor, you can contact us anytime on our website at brandonthomasart.com and get in contact with us if you want to become an instructor. There's information on that on the website about my instructor programs that I think would be very interesting to many of y'all out there if you're interested in teaching your own workshops. So let's get back in here and work on shadowing this mountain. Okay, continue working on this side of the mountain. And now I'm loading it on the regular side of the knife. Okay, I'm going to go back to a little bit of the white paint. And then I'm going to go over here. Okay. But this is not going to be one of those mountains that's going to be super crazy in details and everything like that, because that's not what I'm focused on today. I love these little mountains like this. They're excellent little mountains that people enjoy. People enjoy them. People enjoy these mountains. Just like this. Okay. And I think that's all I'm going to do to this little mountain here. It's nice simple. I'm going to go back to my 2-inch brush. And then I'm just going to kind of tap at the base here to kind of add a little bit of that mist. I'll tell you what, I'm going to grab us a little bit of Amazing White. And I'm just going to tap it into the brush. And go back up here now. And then just kind of add that to the base. Okay. Add it on this side a little bit. Nice little bit of going on here. Then I kind of do a little X stroke here. And a little pull up. Just like so. There we go. That's good. Okay, so now we got the little mountain in here. I tell you what, let's go ahead and start working on some the little foothills. I think it'd be nice to put down here. So I'll tell you what, let's go to the palette and let's add a little bit of foothills to it. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna grab us a little bit of sap green to go with that. Just a little bit. So I'll knock some off over here in that manner to get to the main mixture. Alright, let's go back up to the canvas now. Okay, using the 2-inch brush, let's go ahead and just tap in some little foot. I want to cover up that little edge of the mountain there. You see that? That way that it kind of goes back into wherever. There we go. See there? There's a nice little foothill. Or some little hills, whatever the case may be. I don't know yet. I'm just kind of tapping those in. Okay. And then we're going to hold the brush straight up and then give it just a little bit of pull up. Okay, a little bit of pull up. Let's see. And it gives you nice little trees standing up on this little hill. Okay. Nice little hills on this whole thing here. Okay, and back here I'm just going to fill that up down here. So I don't know how much that will be seen. I don't know. But I want to kind of pull down on the water here. Just to kind of add in a little reflection or so. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. Yeah, I think you know what I mean. We're going to get monkey faced on it. And we're going to put that mountain right there in the water. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go back down to the palette now. I'm going to take a little black over here on this side of it. A little blue. A little glazed crimson. And a little white. Mix it up real good. Get a nice little mountain color again. And then I'm going to make this mountain in the water. And I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to see where my high point is. I'm going to come down here and say, that's about that. So there, about right here it'll be. How the reflection will go. So I've kind of measured it with my hand. I kind of done this right here. Let's see where it was going to be. And I drop it down. And I know that this is going to cut off some of that mountain. Because also it's going to be there. I mean, you could even put it back here a little bit farther, but I want to be a little closer. Then I can measure this one. See where it's going to be, about right here. And so I just kind of loop those together. And then at this point you can just kind of draw it out. So I'm just going to kind of take that and kind of figure out, oh, there's another little peak up here. And it kind of comes in like so. And it goes off like that. Now you can even use a filbert brush. And if you don't have a filbert brush, you can use a fan brush. Maybe we'll use a fan brush today for this. We'll take a little bit of that on the fan brush. And then kind of fill that up. because this is in the water, okay? So it's not going to be perfect. Everything going to be perfect on it. Now, if you load this brush right, you might be able to use this. Because I don't have to use a filbert if I don't have to. So I'm trying to use limited tools on this video. So that way if you bought a simple kit, you don't have to worry about having a filbert brush. Now if you have a filbert brush, it will make your life easier having that filbert brush for this process. But if you use it right, if you got a good fan brush, you should be able to do this. Okay, now as you can see, we have a mountain in the water. So now what we do for highlighting it, we're going to go this direction, right? So we're going to come back in here. We're going to take a little bit of some white paint. It's got a little dirt on it, but that's okay. And then I'm just going to say I'm just going to kind of do it this way. People seem to really like it when I do these with the little reflections in here like this. And it does. It looks really nice. The little mirrors and everything like that. Little mirror reflections. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to look similar, right? It just has to look similar. It just has to look similar. So if this looks a little similar, then you got it. Remember, the trees are going to stop right there. And so for this little small one, we'll just put them in there like that. Painting it upside down. Now you can even take this painting and flip it all the way around and then do it that way. But I'm just going to do it this way here. It's fine. It doesn't have to be completely accurate. Then I'm going to take that same shadow color that we was using and just put that in there. Okay. We'll mix a little bit more up real quick. Now I'm using the burnt umber because burnt umber is like a dark orange. That's basically what it is. And it's going to work fine for graying the blue. Because I want to grade it down a little bit. Okay. Remember how we was using the shadows with the back side of the knife? That's why I'm doing the same thing down here. It just makes it a little bit easier for me. Okay. Makes it just a little bit easier for me to do. Okay. Now right up here, we got a little problem here because it doesn't have that big of a gap there. It's kind of a solid. Look, so we'll come back and fix that. As long as it's similar, I'm good to go. Come back with some white paint. Touch that up again. And then just kind of fix that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that there. Now, what we'll do is I'm gonna take a clean 2-inch brush, and okay, I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna go up with it instead of going down because everything will just smear. I'm just wanting to. Every time I do it, I'm wiping off the brush. I want to distort it just a little bit. So it gives me that water reflection look. Hopefully you can see this on the camera, but it's just starting to distort everything. Now you will see it once I go sideways. You should be able to see this. Turn into water. I'm hoping you can see it on the camera because, oh man, it looks so cool. See there? Now we got water. Now, yeah, there we go. So I'll come back with the dark paint, 2-inch brush with the dark stuff on it. And then I'm just going to kind of come back in here, put these in here, and then just kind of pull down the darks back in here again, because this is going to be in front of that dark, or that mountain. I'll kind of blend that back in there. Now, one thing I want to talk about today too, I developed a brand new brush cleaning soap that's available now on the market. Really good stuff. Okay, so now we got this kind of going on, and I'm really enjoying this. I don't want to do too much today to it, so let's see here. Let's go with a 1-inch brush. Everybody's got one of those. And I'm gonna take some Amazing White. We'll tuck it over here. I'm gonna take a little bit of this Hansa Yellow right here. I'm gonna take some Sap Green. It has a little dark stuff in it from the tree colors. Okay, I hope you can see all this good. And I'm gonna go back here as we're kind of highlighting some of this stuff back here. Alrighty, kind of adding some grass and everything else to it. Kind of working up. Now, if it's not sticking for you, add just a little bit of Amazing White to it. Not too much. Not too much. Just a little bit. Now, again, this is the grasses. It could have been trees. It could have been whatever. But today I thought, oh, grass might look good right there. Let's working our way over here to this side now. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and reload our brush. Okay, let's go back up here now. Okay, now back here, I don't know how much we'll see of this, but I'm just gonna kind of add in some textures and colors and everything else. I mean, I'll be able to see too much of it because it's kind of light, or dark, I should say, because it's mixing it with the background there a little bit. So we'll have some textures in here, some things that I may want. Okay, that looks good. And then at the base of this, we're going to push down like so. Okay, pushing down. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow me to get that reflection into the water. Pushing down, pushing down. Okay. Alrighty. And then we'll come back with the clean one that we were using. We'll go for reflections. And I'm just going to gently, I'm just kind of have this brush tilted. If I can show you here maybe. I got the brush kind of tilted like this. So I'm just using the top edge of this brush to get this to give me those little reflections in there. Okay, I really hope you can see that. Maybe you can see that a little better. Okay, that's nice. Then, let me find my palette knife. There she is. And then we'll go down here and take some titanium white. I'll take some titanium white. And then I'm going to get just a little bit of that on the knife. Then we'll come in here and add some water lines. Now you see it's a little strong, so I'm going to wipe off the knife. I'm going to come back in here and just work those in. Now, as you can see, I dulled them down a little bit because I came back on top of it and I kind of worked it down. Now you can change up to how the bank of this thing lays. I'm not going to add any dirt because it's too far away for dirt to really show up. Unless it's a really worn out bank. Make sure you add little water lines in here on top of this. And that really makes it look like water. And make sure you keep these as straight as you can because if you don't make them straight, it can really make your painting look catty-wonky and just going off. It's gonna, it's not gonna really tell people. Now you can come in here. You don't even have to use any paint. You can just come here and just kind of take your knife to it like that and get some lines going. Okay. Then I'll come back and I'm just going to kind of go over those a little bit, just to kind of soften them down a little bit, just like so. Okay, so I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to do is a nice tree, something over here. So I'll tell you what, we'll take a little brush, and we're going to go back into this dark paint. We'll take some black, some blue, some crimson, and some sap green, all in here, and just kind of tap the brush. Okay, and then I'm going to decide exactly where I want to go with this. This is a summer scene. I'm going to throw some down here. Some stuff there. Monkey phased on it there. Yeah, there we go. Bang, bang, bang. Now I got a strong easel. It's important to have a good strong easel so you can get monkey faced on it and just beat the living snot out of it there. And there's a reason I'd go in there and get in it, because I want those nice little bushes to come out. I need them to come out for me. They're hiding in this brush. There we go. There. That's good. Now I'll tell you what, we're going to go back to our little orange brush. And we're going to take some titanium white with it, some Hansa yellow, some of this amazing white. Now you can use amazing white, you can use a little amazing clear. It's all up to you really. But the amazing white really is the best to use. Alright, let's go in here and add some hot to these little trees, those little bushes. So I got this little brush loaded into like a dog paw, and just going to push it. If I want these to be kind of raggedy looking trees, little bushes and stuff like that, I'm going to push. If I want to be more tame, I'm going to tap them. But I don't want those. I want those nice raggedy old brushes. A little green, a little sap green added to that. That'll help. That'll help. And back in here again I go. Pushing it. So I want some raggedy, old looking bushes. Now, if you ever been back in the hills, back in the old sticks where I come from, you're going to see them old raggedy bushes like that right there. They're not maintained. There's no one there to do it. They're wild. They're wild. Like barefoot kids. Like going barefoot going through the creek. Wild. Then you hit an old rock that's slicker than grease, and you split your wig. Ain't too fun. But you wow going through there. Now I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll add a little more green. A little bit more green to that. And then I'm going to load it like this. Straight on. Now I'll show you what I'll do. I'll take the brush this way. And I'm going to push it up flat. And that'll kind of give you some tall grasses in here. Tall grasses in there. We'll come in here and then kind of scratch out some things. And these little scratches really help you out, especially when you're new. You can get that liner brush working for you that great. These little scratches do help. Add details to everything. Okay. They do help, kind of adding them in there. Okay. There's that. Now I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's take, I'm going to, like I said, I want to use limited tools today, but I'm going to use the filbert brush regardless. So, I'm going to take black, burnt umber, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to put my tree in here. And I'm going to put a birch tree in. Now if you hear them old car, them old noise is going on in the background. That's because they're working on that train, it sounds like. They found a perfect time to do it, too. Perfect time. But I tell you what, if they weren't working on it, maybe that old train would come off them old rails and hit my house. So I'll tell you what, I'm thankful for them. So they work hard, it's cold, and all that good stuff. So there's my tree. And I'm going to take my Amazing Clear. Now this is my new Amazing Clear, folks, okay? It's no longer the clear as water medium. I changed the name of that to Crystal Clear. This is Amazing Clear medium, okay? And you always want to shake it up before you use it. Okay. And I'm going to take my little dropper. You'll get these with it. It comes with them for free. At least I send those out with those. And that's giving me a nice little amount. And I'm just going to drop a few drops into the paint. Usually I do about 3 drops. Then we'll take our liner brush and then we'll just mix that with it. Okay. Nicely. Alright, let's go up here and start working on our little limbs. And if you thin it out right, you're going to be able to get these to do whatever you want them to. Okay? You get them limbs to go wherever which way that you need them to. Like we said, this is kind of the summertime, right? So there will be some leaves on here. Alright. So I'm not extremely worried about showing a ton of detail on these little limbs because you're not really going to see all that much of them, you know. But it's for fantastic practice. Okay? It's for fantastic practice. You see my little trees and all them little sticks and stuff. I love doing this stuff. And this liner brush, it's amazing. It works so good for all this. Okay, so let's see what. Let's go ahead and highlight our old birch tree here. And we're going to use titanium white with the old knife here. Alright. And let's go up here and start working on this whole tree. Okay, so I'm just going to work up here on the side of it. And just kind of touch it and give it just a tiny pull. Just a tiny little pull. Just a tiny pull. Okay, just like so. And we'll do it for this one. And then we'll do it over here on this side. As we work our way down this tree trunk. As we work down. Now, I kind of see how this is laying, that I can make this look a lot cooler. See how I have it working here? Maybe you can see it now. Too, where I'm going with it. And there's things you can do to your trees, make them really cool, make them really look realistic. Okay. And then I'm going to come in here with this on the back side of that old birch tree. And then I can do a little bit on this one, on both sides. You want to be on both sides. Birch trees are very cool. They look like they're peeling all the time. All that white bark around them. Oh, they're cool. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking it's here a little bit more. Get a little bit more of a pull. And I'm telling you right now, birch trees are one of the more simpler trees to do. And as a beginner, oh, they're going to be wonderful. Wonderful to do. Okay? Wonderful. I'll tell you what I will do. I'll make it a little more interesting. Maybe I'll have a little one sitting right here on it and it kind of just fell off or something. Maybe someone used it as... Maybe someone used that as firewood or something. That's interesting. See, I made a little interesting thing there. Then at the base of this tree, we'll take the 1-inch brush and just kind of tap right there. Like so. And we're going to add some stuff to it. So I'm going to take my brush, the one I've been using for highlighting, and I'm just going to take some of this dark color. Not a lot, just a dusting of it. I'm going to come up here and kind of, I think I have very light, open leaves and stuff on the little canopy and stuff. They're very light, so they're one of my favorites to do because they're so simple, but they really add something to a painting. I'm just very lightly going in here, touching it. Okay, very lightly. So you can still see those limbs coming through and the little details we did add to it. Okay, nicely done. Like this little amazing white here. They go right through this color here. It's got a nice green to them, but they kind of got a yellowy color to them. But I want to go with green. More of a green tint. Just tapping it. Maybe more amazing white will work better. Maybe lighten it up a little bit more. And we'll come in here and we're just going to tap on some good color. Hoping you can see all that. Maybe I'll need more yellow in there. Okay, see all those? And this one's about finished, this old painting is. I figured this would be a fun one we can do. Kind of start back up the show again. I'm going to teach more people in my training program for the certified instructor program that I have. And that's really kept me busy a lot. Doing all those and then working on my book. Yeah, the book is almost finished. It's almost completed. The next book. Okay, looks pretty good there. There we go. We can see all those nice little things there at the base. Let's take some of this lighter color here and just kind of tapping to kind of add another layer of effect. I don't know if that's got anything there. Okay, that's good. We can even take a little more amazing white and add to this to brighten it up some. And then add another little effect to these trees back here, if you could see that. Hoping you can see those little effects. And that'll really add a little extra to it. Oh yeah, it always looks good. I can do a little bit there, but most part is for down here. Can I add a little of that to this one? Now to kind of add a little final touches to them. Let's go back to that liner brush. And I can add a little fence there. Another little pole right there. You can kind of have, you maybe see this on top of one back here. You see the top of it there. Looks good. Back into a little drop. I'm going to take a little drop more of a amazing clear to that. Just a drop more. Then I can just kind of add just a few little details to this. I do want to do more detail shows where we do a little bit more details, but I want to do shows where I'm doing a full painting in a reasonable time, because I know a lot of people, they don't watch that much of the program. They'll skip through, they'll skim through. That's just how it is today. A lot of people don't have a lot of time for attention to certain things, and there's some folks who do watch the full effect, and that's why I want to have the full shows not being that long, and then having, you know, as much as I can to it, as much detail as I can. Now let's add a little amazing white to this, to gray that, just so I can kind of add a little to the post. There we go. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and assign this painting. Just gonna send down some blue paint, a little white with it. Okay. Then I want to assign it right over here. I don't want it to be too in your face of a signature. If you're a beginner, this blue over here on the other side over here, this little spot, is perfect for you to sign your painting with. If you're new, because signing it over thicker paint can be a little troublesome when you're new. But I'm telling you right now, the little droppers that we send works fantastic for beginners. They work great. And then I have a little kit. I have a little kit that has a little small thing of amazing clear with it. That's got a little built-in dripper to it. Okay, I think that's the painting. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed this little painting here. It was a fun little painting to do with a mountain, a reflection, nice little birch tree. To help you with some different aspects in your painting. If you want to see this full painting here, we should have a little picture of it at the end. You can also check it out on our Instagram page. We have an Instagram that you can follow me on there. I post different things on. I have that in the description. Or better yet, if you go to brandthomasart.com, I have a little link to my social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, and the Instagram. So follow me on all those things. I have a Facebook group, Brands Went On Wet Club, I think it's called. I'll have a link on it in the description, or I'll have it on the website. It's on the website under the tab show. So please check us out on the website. I do really hope you enjoyed this painting. The full painting should be on our Instagram page, our Facebook page, the painting groups, all that stuff, and Twitter. So please follow us on all the social media accounts. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, click subscribe. It's totally free. Click the bell icon so that way you'll know exactly when we upload new videos to the YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed it. If you need art supplies, make sure you check out BrandonThomasArtSupply.com. Every purchase helps me create more content. Helps us keep funding the show. This is an independent show, and I fund the whole entire process of filming, editing, the whole shebang. So anything you purchase, you're also getting a good product, and you're helping us fund more programs. This is like our free program we offered last year, the beginner program, and then the primary color program. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, share with all your friends. This one's ready for an art gallery. So is yours. And I'll see you real soon.
The Painting with Magic Show with Brandon Thomas is brought to you by BrandonThomasArtSupply.com, home of the Brandon Thomas product line, and by the Brandon Thomas Instructor Team. Go to BrandonThomasArt.com to find an instructor near you.